Let me ask you something. Have you ever met a guy who wasn't particularly rich, wasn't the best looking, but for some reason, women just respected him? Like genuinely listened to him, valued his opinion, even chased him? Today, I'm going to show you the real reasons women respect certain men, and how you can cultivate this yourself. But fair warning, this isn't some cheap alpha male advice. This is deeper. So if you're ready for the truth, let's dive in. There's a quiet revolution happening in how men and women relate to each other. It's not about pickup lines or power plays. It's not about money or six-pack abs. What's emerging from the research is something far more profound, something ancient philosophers hinted at but modern psychology is now proving. Picture two men. The first is what society tells us women should want. Good-looking, financially successful, always saying the right thing. He's read all the books on how to attract women. He knows all the tricks. The second is different. He's not perfect. He doesn't follow scripts. There's something about how he carries himself, not like he's trying to impress, but like he doesn't need to. When he speaks, people listen. Not because he demands it, but because what he says has weight. Here's what's fascinating. The second man, the one who isn't playing the game, is the one women truly respect. Not just find attractive, respect. And that respect translates into something more powerful than temporary attraction. It builds lasting connections. So what's the difference? It comes down to three psychological truths that most men never learn. These aren't pickup artist tactics. They're deeper. Principles that govern human psychology and interaction. The first truth is about presence. Not the kind you fake, but the kind you cultivate. There's a study from Harvard that tracked social interactions in dating scenarios. They found that men who were fully present, not scanning the room for better options, not rehearsing what to say next, were rated as significantly more attractive and respectable. This isn't about pretending to listen, it's about actually listening. When you're fully present with someone, you communicate that they matter, that they're worth your time and attention. And paradoxically, that's what makes you worth theirs. The second truth is more counterintuitive. It's about emotional congruence. Most men think they need to be either stoic or emotional. The research shows the most respected men are neither. They're emotionally congruent. They're not afraid to show anger when it's warranted, joy when it's genuine, or vulnerability when it's real. There's a fascinating study from the University of Washington that measured physiological responses during conversations. They found that when someone's words, tone, and body language were aligned, what psychologists call congruence, they were perceived as more trustworthy and respectable. This explains why women can spot fake confidence instantly. It's not about the act, it's about the alignment between what's inside and what's projected. The third truth is the most overlooked. It's about what psychologists call intrinsic orientation. Men who are respected don't derive their self-worth from external validation. Their sense of value comes from within. This creates a powerful dynamic. When you don't need someone's approval, you're free to be authentic. And authenticity is magnetic. It's why some of history's most respected figures, from philosophers to artists to leaders, were often polarizing. They weren't for everyone, but for those who resonated with them, the connection was deep. Now, here's where most discussions stop. They tell you what works, but not why it works or how to cultivate it. The why is evolutionary. For thousands of years, women have been the selectors. They had to choose partners who would provide not just resources, but stability, emotional intelligence, and the ability to navigate complex social dynamics. This explains why certain traits trigger respect at a subconscious level. It's not about modern social constructs, it's about deep evolutionary programming. The how is more nuanced. It's not about memorizing techniques, it's about developing what psychologists call quiet ego. This is the sweet spot between arrogance and insecurity. Think of it like this. Arrogance is an overinflated ego. Insecurity is an underinflated ego. Quiet ego is just right. It's not about thinking less of yourself or more of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. This is what allows you to be truly present, to listen without needing to respond, to engage without needing to impress. The paradox is that the less you need respect, the more you earn it. The less you perform, the more authentic you become. And authenticity is the foundation of all meaningful connection. This isn't about manipulating perceptions. It's about aligning with psychological truths that have governed human interaction for millennia. The men who understand this don't chase respect, they embody it. And in doing so, they change not just how women see them, but how they see themselves. That's the real secret. It was never about getting women to respect you. It was about becoming someone worthy of respect. And that changes everything.